name is Braden and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about gay marriage. My major claim is that the ban on gay marriage has a significant negative impact on the homosexual lifestyle. According to the Williams Institute of the UCLA School of Law, 9 million, which is about 3.8% of Americans claim to be gay. That was taken in 2012, and about 1/25 of Americans, therefore, are being discriminated against. That leads me to my first point, which is that denying marriage is a form of discrimination. What you're doing is you're discriminating against a minority. The 14th Amendment states that no state shall deprive any man of life, liberty, or property. And by denying marriage, you're denying people of liberty, which is a freedom that should be given to all individuals. Marriage is a basic right, and so it would be classified as a liberty. It's also discriminating against homosexuals' values and morals and their religious beliefs. The First Amendment guarantees a freedom of religion, and in not allowing them to follow their religion by being married, you are discriminating against them. My second point is that it denies financial and legal benefits to homosexual individuals. They miss out on the marital insurance that comes from jobs, and they miss out on a lot of other shared insurances that come from being married, such as health insurance, dental insurance, things like auto and cell phone on occasion are also provided to people through jobs. That's only provided given that you are the spouse of the person. So by not being able to be titled as a spouse, you are missing out on that benefit. They also miss out on thousands of federal rights and benefits. It actually showed that there was something like 1,056 federal benefits and rights being missed out on by homosexual individuals based on the laws that are in place today. They can't share credit scores, which makes it harder for them to get loans or purchase a house. And they can't make each other's medical decisions. So, for example, imagine that your spouse is dying and you have to decide whether or not to pull the plug. You have no say in that because you're not actually related to the person. So that decision would go to someone other than the person that they're with. Finally, it hurts their ability to raise a family. According to the United States Census of 2000, National Survey for Family Growth of 2002, and the Adoption and Foster Care Analysis and Reporting System of 2004, about 2 million homosexual individuals are interested in adoption. Gay and lesbian parents raise about 4% of adopted children as it is right now, and 4% is about where they should be, considering they take up about 4% of the population. Homosexual couples also have a harder time trying to adopt children in the United States, being that they aren't actually together, and most states require that you have a partner. Finally, children sometimes grow up unstable without knowing that their parents are married, which causes them to have more problems growing up, which ultimately would result in something that a homosexual couple would not want to place upon their son or daughter. So in conclusion, the ban on gay marriage has a significant impact on the homosexual lifestyle in a very negative way. We're discriminating against them, we're denying them legal benefits, and we're hurting their ability to raise a family. Thank you.
All right, the claim is stated clearly, although the phrasing on it seems to be almost a little circular, so I'd be careful. There's got to be another way of expressing what you're talking about. The contents were previewed adequately. I think that the secondary claims are definitely clearly stated, and you signpost them in the body of the speech pretty well. Sometimes the numerical signpost would help a little bit. The first and the second point, there are lots of claims being made there and basically almost no evidence. The only evidence that exists in the first part of the speech is the number of homosexuals that there are, and that's about as far as it goes. Everything else on the discrimination issues, on what the Constitution is saying, about what the legal standard is assumed to be the case. For instance, nobody is denied being able to marry simply because they're homosexual. They're denied being able to marry whoever they want because they're homosexual, but everybody has a right to get married. So the question is the denial of marrying the person that they want to marry, is that discriminatory? And that is the essence of the discrimination argument. And there's no legal discussion of that issue. There's no explanation of how that is relevant. There aren't any scholars that have talked about that in your presentation. And so that just feels like it's, you've made a conclusion and you're going to get to the same conclusion by repeating the argument. The argument at the end about adoption, for instance, I thought was kind of interesting. You've got a good point here about the number of homosexuals who would like to adopt. However, if 4% of the adopted children are currently being adopted by homosexuals, and that's the proportion of the population that they represent that wants to adopt children, that seems to undermine your claim that they are not being allowed to adopt it, that there's some problem with that, because they have the number of adopted children is proportionate to the number who want to adopt. So I'm not sure that number helps you. It seems to kind of contradict the position that you're taking. I think what you need is some more specific factual data on what the laws of the states are that then prevent them from getting access and being able to adopt. For example, in some states you mentioned, you have to have a partner and you have to be married to the partner in order to be able to adopt, and those states don't allow homosexual marriage. Then that would clearly fit in the category that you're talking about there, and I think that's the kind of information you need at that point. I thought you did a really nice job speaking to the audience. You're very direct. The material flowed pretty smoothly. Like I said, it was the proof that was a little bit thin there. All right, thank you.